Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So for today's video, I actually bought these eyeshadow palettes about like a week and a half ago, and I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and try them. I have swatched them and they are pretty promising. I've only swatched like one of the palettes though. So these came out a few months ago, and when they came out, I feel like everybody was talking about them, and you couldn't get them anywhere. You couldn't get them online, you couldn't get them in Target and Ulta. Like, I could not find them anywhere. And I was in Target a few weeks ago, and I was of course in the makeup aisles, and I came across it and I was like, oh my god, finally they have it. So these are the e.l.f., what are they called? Bite-size eyeshadow palettes. These are $3 palettes, and you get 4 shadows in each. I'm trying to like figure out how I can show you guys. So these are what they look like. I'm sure you guys have seen them before. They were really popular when they first came out. So I of course picked up like the neutralist shades. They have a ton of different ones, and I really wanted to pick up every single one of them, but it wouldn't be practical because I barely ever wear eyeshadow. I like never have time to do it. So that's why I picked up like these two. So I'm curious to see, I mean, I'm sure I can, but I want to make a full look using these eyeshadow palettes. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to use both of them for today's look, or maybe I'll just wind up using one. We will see what I'm feeling. But anyways, if you guys are interested to see me test out these $3 eyeshadow palettes, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to subscribe to my channel, and let's jump into the video. Alright, so I am just going to go ahead and start with my eyes. I already have my eyebrows on. My hair looks so funny when it's like this. But yeah, so I don't usually use eyeshadow primer just because over like the past like year to year and a half, I just don't really find it to be like useful, and I don't like it really. So I'm not going to use eyeshadow primer just because of what I just said. So I think I'm going to start with this eyeshadow palette. Let me open it so you guys can see what it looks like. Oh wait, is this one open? So this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. This is Cream and Sugar. That's the name of this one. I love these colors, and just by looking at them, I feel like you can really tell that they are going to be pretty promising. Well, at least I hope so. So I don't think these have names yet. They don't have names on the back. There's nothing on the back for names. So I'm just going to pick up a fluffy brush. I'm going to take this first shade right here, this really light shade right here. I'm just going to see how it like picks up on the brush. Alright, so it looks like that. It looks pretty good. So I'm just going to put this all over my eye, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, this is literally the color of my skin. Alright, so I'm just going to put this all over my eye. That didn't really like do much. So since that didn't really do anything, I'm going to open the other eyeshadow palette. This one's called Pumpkin Pie. So I'm going to open this one. I'm going to go in to that first shade right here to kind of use it as the transition shade, because in this palette, the next shade is this shade, and it's too dark. So I'm just going to start with that first shade. These are so little, it's so weird to like be using them. Like, they're just so frigging tiny. Alright, so I am tapping off any of the excess, and I'm just going to go ahead and just put this into my crease. I didn't go in with a lot of shadow just because I was scared that this might be too pigmented, but it looks like it's pretty faint. You can't really notice it. Let's see, I'm going to try to build it up. It's actually turning out to be a really pretty shade. I'm actually really liking this. It's not super pigmented, which is nice because sometimes matte shades can be too pigmented in my opinion, and then they can get a little messy. So I really like that this one isn't too pigmented. So I'm going to do the same thing to my other eye. So on a different fluffy brush, I am going to go into this deeper brown shade in the same palette, Pumpkin Pie, and I'm gently going to pick some up because this looks like it'll be real pigmented. And I'm just going to put this in my like crease, but more towards like the outer corner, just to give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to go back into that first eyeshadow palette, which was Cream and Sugar, and I'm actually going to take this shade right here. This one has just been calling my name since I got it. These are the two shimmer shades swatched. Look at how freaking insane like they are. They're just so freaking pigmented. It's freaking wild. Alright, so I'm going to use my finger for this, and I'm just going to go and place that gold shade on my lid. I'm gonna go in with a brush now, and I'm just going to pick this up and just get this everywhere. I used my finger to kind of put that base down. Now I'm just going in with the brush to kind of just make it go all over the place. Okay, so this is what the eyeshadow looks like. I think it looks really pretty. There wasn't a lot of fallout with the shimmer shade. There was kind of a lot of fallout with the matte shades, which is fine, not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna go back into the pumpkin pie palette, and on a more dense brush, I'm gonna go back into that deeper shade and just kind of darken up the outer corner, like just a little bit. Just kind of just like packing it and then slowly and like softly blending it. So I'm pretty much going to leave the eyes like this, and I'm just going to go in with my Kat Von D liner in this shade Mad Max Brown. Since this is like more like a neutral look, I do want to go ahead and use a brown liner, so that's what I'm going to do now. Now I'm going to move on to my face, and I'm going to first prime with my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I haven't done foundation in like a month, you guys. I don't wear foundation anymore because of like the mask and stuff, and I've just been really enjoying like the natural look. But oh, it's gonna be so weird to like actually be wearing the foundation because I haven't worn it in so freaking long. I'm actually gonna use a foundation sample that I got from Sephora of the Stellar Limitless foundation. I've been dying to try this, but since I haven't been wearing foundation, I haven't had a chance to, and I figured like what perfect time to try it today. I'm actually gonna mix these two shades. This top one, I'll show you guys. The top one is L01 and the second one is S09. So, because I am a little tan, but I'm also not super pale, so I am gonna mix the two. Yeah, this is super light. Wow. Hey guys, so I just want to say this foundation is super full coverage, and I'm really liking how it's looking right now. Wow, like this looks really, really good. And usually under these lights, I don't typically like how my skin looks, but holy crap, my skin is looking wild. I'm going to quickly contour, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. I haven't used this in months either. Because I haven't been doing anything, obviously, because of quarantine and stuff. So I literally haven't been doing anything. So I'm going to be using this. I haven't used this in so long. I'm just moving on to concealer, and I'm going to use my jouer. I haven't used this in such a long time either. It's crazy. So now I'm going to use my Kylie powder to set everything in place. So while that's baking, I'm just going to take some bronzer and just gently set the contour. Now I'm just going to wipe away the bake underneath my eyes. I'm going to go back into Pumpkin Pie, which is that first eyeshadow palette that we used, and I'm going to take that matte deeper brown shade on a like flat pencil brush like this, and I'm just going to dip my brush in there, and I'm going to go under my lower lash line and just, I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I'm just going to kind of like smoke it out a little bit. So I'm just going to get very close to my lash and just go just like that, just to give it a little bit of added dimension. I'm going to take more of a pencil brush and just kind of smoke it a little out, just so it's kind of like not just sitting underneath there, but very gentle, just very, not like anything intense at all. So now I'm going to quickly move on to highlight, and I'm going to use my current favorite Morphe in the shade Extra. If you guys have been watching my videos like 2 years ago, this was like my go-to highlighter, and then I ran out and I literally just never repurchased it for whatever reason, and now that I finally repurchased it, I'm like, holy crap, why did I ever like stop using this? Seriously. Now I'm going to go into blush, and I'm going to use the same blush I always use. This is Kylie in the shade Crush. I honestly don't really have a lot of blushes anymore. I cleaned out a lot of them, and this one just does the job for me. I'm not big into blush. Like, I do like it, but it's not something that I'm like obsessed with. So that's why I pretty much stick to one blush, just because it's just like, blush isn't like my favorite thing of all time. Now quickly, I don't really need this, but I am going to use it. I'm going to use my Kylie You're Perfect powder and just put a little bit underneath my eye, just to kind of give it that little like brightening effect. And same thing on this side. I'm going to move on to mascara, and first I'm going to use my L'Oreal Telescopic, which I have been using for years, and if you guys have been following me, you know that this is just something that is in constant rotation in my makeup collection. It's just something that I've always, like a mascara that I've always loved and trusted, and it just, for the most part, just gets the job done every single time. And to layer on top of that, I'm going to go in with my Lancome Hypnose Doll Lash Mascara. This and the L'Oreal one, you guys, are a match made in heaven. And by the way, I just want to say, this foundation is freaking life. Like, it is just, it literally makes me look poreless. It's just such a good foundation. It's looking really nice on my skin, and I keep looking at my skin like, wow, this is looking real nice. Okay, now for lips, I am going to use this matte lipstick from L'Oreal in the shade 808. It is a pretty nude lip. I just want to see how it looks. Since that is super nude, I'm going to take this KKW 90s Supermodel and just put this over top to kind of just bring a little bit of color back. Take this lip gloss from Bareminerals in the shade YAAS. Yes, and just put this over top. So now for some setting spray, I'm going to use my Morphe Luminous setting spray. This is another product I haven't used in like weeks. Guys, so this is the completed look, and honestly, I am obsessing over it between the eyeshadows and between the foundation, which I did not think that I would like be reviewing this foundation in this video, but I am seriously obsessing with how my makeup looks like. And to be honest with you guys, around my nose, the foundation isn't even moving. Like, it just looks like it's just one with my skin, and it literally just looks freaking amazing. It definitely is full coverage, like to the max, but you know me, I'm a full coverage girl when it comes down to it, and I'm living for this foundation right now. And also the eyeshadows, I really love this eyeshadow look. I am a bronzy, like gold, just like neutral like eyeshadow girl, so these were right up my alley. Like, of course I picked like the two basic palettes, but just, it is what it is. But I really love these, and for $3, I mean, seriously, if you're like me, you're somebody that's just basic with eyeshadow, and even if you just want to do like an all matte look, you can still achieve this. And these are great for traveling. Like if you don't want to have to take a whole palette with you and be like overwhelmed with colors, or you just don't want to be bothered and you're somebody that like loves drugstore eyeshadows, check these out because these are freaking amazing. And for $3, like you really cannot go wrong with that. I just was so, I mean, I really honestly thought that these were going to be amazing. I'm not even shocked at how good these are. I have really nothing bad to say. I maybe would pick up 2 more of them just to have, because I really, really do love them. And even if you travel with every single one of them, they're so small and compact that it wouldn't even make a difference. But if you are a basic girl and you don't want to be like spending a lot of money on eyeshadow, and you really just want good affordable eyeshadows that you can travel with and that are basic and kind of just get the job done, then those are for sure for you. I really like them. This foundation, what is this one called? Oh, it's called the Stellar Limitless Foundation. It's just making my day right now. It is just such a good foundation. I really love how my skin looks, and I'm just loving how my eyes look. I'm just having, I don't know if it's because I haven't worn makeup like this in like weeks, months, or if it's just because all these products are just so frigging bomb, but I think it's like a combination of all. But yeah, so I am super pleasant with how this look turned out. Let me know down below if you guys have tried these eyeshadow palettes and which ones you own, or if you haven't and now you're going to. Let me know. And let me know if you've ever tried this foundation, because I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I just got it as a sample from Sephora, and here we are, living and loving it. But yeah, so that is all I have for you guys in this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe, and I will hopefully catch you guys in my next video. Bye!